Yugi Bros!
What's up, guys? Yugi Bros with another duel video. Today we have Relinquished taking on the first place Germany deck. I think the only change I made was like 1 or 2 cards in the main. I think I'm playing 1 Oracle versus 2. But this is the Lucky Gravekeeper deck, the It's My Lucky Day skill, letting you basically, it's kind of cute. For example here, choose whatever effect we want once per duel of something that either rolls a dice or flips a coin. So in the main deck, there's 2 Dicephoons. In the side deck, there's Time Wizard to guarantee a Raigeki. But other than that, you just play standard Gravekeepers. The deck plays 3 Ambusher and no Assailant because we don't gain anything off of Assailant, so we might as well play the Beat Stick. But also, having this monster against Relinquish is really good because if you somehow switch their Relinquish to defense after it takes your Ambusher, it's got 0 defense, so it's easy to run over. So we start the game with 3 back row. We're going to flip Dicephoon right away. We're going to pay 1,000 and use the 2/3/4 effect to destroy our Ambusher that's being treated as an equip spell. And that way Relinquish doesn't do any extra damage. And then Senju will try to swing, and we're going to Rite of Spirit back the Ambusher, essentially blocking the attack. So off to a pretty good start. We're going to normal another Ambusher. We're going to set a Windstorm, and we're going to swing into this Relinquish, which dies on the first attack, which I was surprised about. They didn't have the Sphere. And then we're going to kill the Senju. So we're going to try to keep up the advantage game as much as possible. This is what's cool about this deck is that Gravekeeper is probably the best control deck in the game right now, outside of Amazon, depending on how you play both decks. But having this skill that lets you use a Dicephoon as essentially a Twin Twister for 1,000 life instead of a discard, or a Time Wizard to blow up a board like against Blue Eyes or something, it's very good, because this deck is already very good at just keeping pace. And then having blowout options like that a normal deck wouldn't have is just really cool. So so their Relinquish is unaffected by traps, so we're gonna ready for intercepting our monster. So it still takes it, but it's treated as a 0/0. Which is really cool. So then we YOLO this Dicephoon, and we YOLO we got the 3, so we'll pop the back row. And then we're going to switch Ambusher to attack, summon Recruiter, and we're going to go in here and try to swing for game against this Relinquished. And it sure is game. So what I just really like how this deck plays. It's a pleasant surprise to how it goes. Its side deck's full of options too. We side 1 Tornado, 1 Possessed Dark Soul. I think the 3rd ready for intercepting. That might be the 2nd card different compared to the national list. We side Blast, held by a Tribute. I think that's mainly for a Gravekeeper matchup or Blue Eyes in worse situations. And the Time Wizard, of course. So we Dust Tornado the back row on their end phase, and they take 100 off of the Recruiter. So we'll go to attack mode with this, and they are not drawing spheres early, which is nice. Good for us, good for us. So we'll go in for a little bit of damage here. We get the Possessed Dark Soul if all else fails. So you take the Relinquish or Relinquishes if they summon some. But right now they are heavy on Relinquished and not Black Illusion. So Recruiter dies, we'll search Ambusher. End phase we Dicephoon, and we'll guarantee the 1 pop to hit their back row, which is a Windstorm. So we draw Oracle for turn. We're going to normal another Ambusher, and we're just going to go on. So we'll take the damage, and we'll take for 17 direct. They'll go down to 400. So applying a lot of pressure early, which is nice. They do top deck the Sonic Bird. Wouldn't be Relinquished without at least 1 summon of Relinquish. They can use the Jin as the tribute, so they keep the bird. I actually thought this was ballsy that they crashed both Ambushers because it leaves Relinquish at 0, so all I need is to swing over it for 400 for game. But I thought at this point they might have a Sphere, so I'm going to use Possessed to take control of the Relinquished, and then I'm going to absorb the Sonic Bird. I'm going to set ready for intercepting, and I'm going to swing in for game. So that was a really quick match. So quick that we decided to do a second one. So this game 1 is sided back out because it is a new match. And we'll sweat Recruiter, standard Gravekeeper, turn 1, setting back row and passing. Bird gets them the spell. They'll swing in, take 100. I don't know why that counter up there for life points takes half the life when taking 100, but this has been a common occurrence on the DB replays. We swing, they windstorm. It's not that I would have played around the windstorm, I just felt like at this point it was kind of good to go in for as much damage as possible. But here they go, attributing the Sonic Bird. They're going to take the Ambusher for more attack points to swing over the Recruiter. Recruiter dies, we'll get our Search, we'll add Ambusher to hand, and they will swing. We will activate Rite of Spirit, bringing Recruiter back to basically chump block that. So we draw RFI. This is literally the best trap in the game right now, I think. Replaced Windstorm, in my opinion, as the best trap. Don't get me wrong, Windstorm is still like a hell of a trap, but this is so skillful in so many matchups. So we're going to kill Senju, damage step, we flip Kunai for an extra 500 boost there to get over it, because they sphered our other monster. Sonic Bird number 2, here comes Relinquished number 2, and we will immediately RFI that, because we will not let that go through. So Sonic will try to swing in, and we'll Windstorm. And at this point, looks like we have a lot of control going in. Hopefully they don't have Sphere, so we're going to luckily hit that Relinquish that was face down. But more importantly, they can't unequip this, so they're going to put it to attack mode and pass. We're going to draw another RFI. Thank God. This card is ridiculous. So we'll set it. We'll try to crash here, but they're going to Windstorm. So backup play is the trap. They draw the Jin. A lot that's going to do them here. They're going to swing. We're going to flip this, flipping that down and unequipping our monster. And we have Rite of Spirit face down, but we drew Ambusher, so we might as well just go for the balls to the wall at this point. Swinging in for big damage. Big damage. So they're still alive with 200. And they draw Magician of Faith. Magician Faith, I actually like that in Relinquish as a one-of. I don't know if it's top tier or not as an idea, but I do like it that if somebody tries to viral infection you early and knock out all your spells, that you could, instead of playing the sword like I was playing for a while, you could just play Faith, flip it, get your spell back, and then Faith, if it lives, can be used as the entire tribute for Relinquish. It's pretty good. So there's our Possessed Dark Soul, as always. Wonderful card, wonderful card. And classic T move. They're going to summon the Senju. They're going to add a Relinquished. They set a Dust and a Windstorm. And they're going to swing in here and take 100. Standard is standard. I still agree that they should attack, because flipping it face up and then, like, if I didn't summon the next turn, and then they can Relinquish the face up Recruiter, that's really good. They're going to Dust Tornado to the back row. The Windstorm. They're going to Black Illusion. We're going to summon a Relinquish using the Senju. And they're going to take a Recruiter this time, which I agree with. Because I don't control it, if it goes to the grave, I'm not going to get the Search. And you might as well swing over this 0 defense Ambusher. So we're going to Possess Dark Soul. The Relinquished. I have a couple misclicks here on Dueling Book here. Hold on. There we go. And we're going to swing in for 12. And they're going to take it. And we're going to pass with a Windstorm face down. But they normal the Bird. They drew the top deck. The top deck. This deck is so good. Like, the deck is so consistent. Like, Relinquished, I get that sometimes you could potentially, like, have to wait a turn or two. But, like, from what it used to be, which barely ever got Relinquished to late game, to always top decking the God, it's amazing how crazy this deck went. I know it's losing this duel, but I just think the deck has a lot of potential. So I'm going to take the 100 again. They relinquished the Relinquished so that we don't have it anymore. And that's smart. I agree with that for the situation. We're going to Tribute Summon for Oracle and drop them both by 2,000. We're going to swing into Senju, but they're going to Sphere. So I'm going to switch that. I don't really know why they didn't set the Jin there. I think I would have, just to block. Or use it for Viral Infection, which I believe is the skill. It hasn't really been used. I don't think it's been used at all, actually, this match. We're kind of going in. So we're going to Rite of Spirit. This is why I think the Jin in defense would have just been an extra nice. Yeah. And again, like, they just pass. I don't know why you wouldn't set it. We're going to flip the dice. We're going to use the dice. We're going to flip the thing to pop the Windstorm. These are all going to go to defense, but they're all just going to go back to attack mode because they haven't switched this turn, and then we go in, and that's game. So a quick 4-0 for Lucky Relinquished, or wow, Lucky Gravekeepers, I guess. I like this deck. I like it. It's really cool. Very solid. Sorry that the RFIs are at the end there at the top and then the bottom. I don't know. I just have it set up weird. I think it's a few cards different from the Nationals list, but I prefer the 1 Oracle over 2. Otherwise, I kept bricking with it, and that was a problem. The 3/17 beat sticks as Ambusher is just better than Assailant. Assailant does nothing for you since you're not playing Necro Valley. Recruiter's Recruiter. The Dicephoons are super fun to YOLO. The RFIs. I said the third one. The other guy, I think, made one-sided one. I just felt it was too good not to just have an extra copy. The card's ridiculous right now. Kunai and Windstorm and Right are Kunai, Windstorm, and Right. I don't really have to explain those. And then the side, of course. Blast Held by Attribute, good against Tribute Summon decks. I would assume that's mainly just Mirror Match and Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes more desperate, though. But then the Time Wizard, the Possessed. The third RFI and the one of Dust Tornado. They go in. They get you where you need to go, and I like having 5 different options for different matchups. It's very nice. Gives you a lot of versatility, flexibility, and of course our beautiful extra deck that literally means nothing. But anyways, guys, as always, comment, like, subscribe down. If you have any changes you'd like to make to this or think would be worth discussing, please leave the comments down below. We're getting close to 200 subscribers, so I definitely will have the giveaway video up very soon. But as always, guys, this is Yugi Bros, and I'm signing out.